Good morning, friends. Hello, hello. I pray you are well. Get the Yeti cup out today. We'll have a little mug up together. Hope you're doing well and that there is goodness in your day. Hey, Kristen, good morning to you. On this blustery and chilly day, it looks like we might even get a little bit of snow possible in the days ahead. It is still March, this late winter feel to it. Hope that as spring comes here in these next few days, we will maybe it'll come with a little bit of warmth. That's the hope. So, good morning, everyone. You doing all right? All right, friends. Good morning. We have a great week ahead of us. I will say, just so you know, right off the top, there will be no 11:11 on Thursday. I will be taking some time. I have to go to Maine for a memorial for my dear cousin. So I will be away, but and able to support our little time together. But we'll be here today and tomorrow. All right, friends, let's get going. It is the 19th day of March. Climbing March Hill. It is 19th day of March here at 11:11, and I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're with us. I'm glad you're a part of this journey because this has been a journey. Today is the 19th of March, and on the 18th of March, 2020, we began this little live stream journey together. The very first of our 11 minutes at 11:11 journey, our first live stream together began yesterday, 4 years ago. We have been a part of one another's lives for 4 years. Those first days, when in the midst of COVID, in the midst of lockdown, we were together. I did nearly 80 days straight of 11:11 reflections, just wanting everyone in the world to know, both here at the church, as a part of the church, that we were on this journey together, that we weren't separated, even though we might be apart. We were not separated, even though we might have been apart. That we are the church deployed, not the church shut down. And that in those days we might remember that we are journeying together, our little group, such as we are. And so happy anniversary indeed, that we might come to this, because to me, as many of you know, I went on a proper pilgrimage, meaning the chance to alternate feet and through the mountains of Spain to Santiago last fall. But and that pilgrimage was incredible and a gift, which I'm still mining the wisdom and the gifts from. But I actually would submit to you, this anniversary of our little gift, of our little group, is also a gift. That we have been journeying together these these 4 years, that I look for your digital little faces, not just and that we check on one another, and that I will check on you. And in fact, today I want to if you haven't seen that, one of our dear ones, Vicky Neville, she's in hospital right now. They're kind of poking at her to see what's going on and to care for her. I'm going to go up and visit with her right when we get done here. And so I know, as I ask you right now to pray for her, that you will indeed pray for her in these days. And I will pray for her, and I will pray for all of you. Anyone here who should hear this today will have prayers said for them. And this is what it is, I think, to be on pilgrimage together, to be journeying together as we are. Bible is full. I was going to pick a story to talk about of the people journeying together, but there are actually so many in Bible I couldn't even pick one this morning. That there are that whether it is the escape from Egypt, whether it is the Abraham's journey to the promised land, whether it is Noah setting sail into a new land from the flood, whether it is Jesus heading from Jericho, whatever journey we talk about that we gather together in, friends, it is still a journeying together that this little group of 1111 comes to mind. And I've been saving this, that what I really want to share with you today around on this 4th year anniversary celebration. That one of the gifts of the group that I had the opportunity to go on pilgrimage with is that they are a group of warriors that do this as a way of healing from some of the scars of war. And friends, I think we do our little pilgrimage too, to maybe heal a few of our scars as well, because we've been through a thing or two over these past years. We've been through isolation, we've been through loss, we've been through difficulties. Just the active living over these 4 years there's few of us that our circumstances are the same as they were when we began this journey. And so this pilgrimage from Spain that I had the opportunity to go on had been noticed by one of the kind of a famous guy who actually believes deeply in pilgrimage. He actually made a movie about it, or at least his son did. Martin Sheen. And Martin Sheen is actually a big sponsor and a big believer in the work of Warriors on the Way, the group that I went with. And before we departed for this journey, he actually wrote our group a letter, the 12 of us. He penned a letter to us of his encouragement as pilgrims on the way, our encouragement, an encouragement in our journeying together. And I want to read it for all of you, and I want to pass it on to all of you, because there not only is it masterfully, beautifully written, I think, but it also captures what I think our group has captured over these years. Because even if you just listen to this on a podcast, the fact that that John is out there, and Yvette is out there, and Donna is out there, and Vicky is out there, and Kristen is out there, and Karen is out there, and so many of you others of you are out there that are a part of this. And whether you pop up or you don't, whether you say good morning or you don't, that this little journey, this little group that we've journeyed together in, I think is worthy of this same commitment of encouragement that Martin Sheen wrote us. So this is his letter to our group, and I want to pass it on to you today as an encouragement for us. A few thoughts on pilgrimage. Just as we are so often unable to see what is clearly right in front of our eyes, so too we fear the unknown, because it forces us to consider what is outside our known comfort zone. Thus, fear can be, and often is, the strongest motivational factor for seeking adventure, and a pilgrimage is nothing if not an adventure. Of course, the physical necessities of the journey are universally fundamental, and while the destination is often well known, mapped, and planned in advance, the corresponding interior aspect of the journey is another matter entirely. In reality, a pilgrimage is a deep personal call to an unknown destination for a mysterious purpose that can only be realized when one accepts the cup as offered, not altered. Among notes to the pilgrims. Among the most important items we need to include in our backpack are the things we cherish, but are willing to give away with love, including our precious time and talent. Naturally, along the way, we will experience some physical discomfort to a greater or lesser degree, and from time to time we may feel overwhelmed by some emotional distress to a greater or lesser degree as well. At such times, consider this remedy, perhaps the only remedy, which is to be mindful of someone in the group who may be suffering even more but covering it better. Reach out to that fellow pilgrim at some opportune time in some appropriate way for an ensured measure of healing for both of you. In fact, you may come to realize your true self through such acts of thoughtfulness and compassion, and at journey's end they may be your fondest memory and the source of your greatest joy and the path to an unhindered spiritual freedom. Buen Camino. Martin Sheen, August 28th, 2023. Friends, it is my hope for you that as we celebrate this anniversary of our journeying together, that your fondest freedom may not be simply the nattering on of my words, or the reflection of a piece of scripture, or a story hopefully told well, but that it may be a reaching out to somebody in this thread that you knew was suffering at some point, or maybe a silent prayer said for somebody who offered up a concern, or maybe it's just a care for the wider world and the wider group as it continues to move through this world. And that in it, in your reaching out to one another, in the encouragement to reach out that I hope this 11/11 journey has been for you and continues to be, that your suffering may be alleviated, and that through your acts of thoughtfulness and compassion at journey's end, those may be your fondest memory of our time on this trail. This is my hope for all of you in these days. I invite you to keep Vicki in your prayers as she is in hospital today, and that in our journeying, in our days and our time together, that you may know the path of unhindered spiritual freedom and the love of God. Peace and grace to you, my friends, and we will pick it up tomorrow with another 11/11.